Oh, all right. So I wanted to do a maker series recently. I wanted to make a product from start to finish. I've always been wondering what product can I make start to finish, what's going to be the best on the 3D printer for you to watch and see it be printed, and what item can I sell that's going to do exceptionally well. Well, one of our best items is a taper candle holder. So I want to create a new taper candle holder, one I haven't seen, one that I like, one that I want out there that I think would do very well. So this video is probably going to take a few days to make, if not a couple weeks, just because of the whole process, design, and then we have to 3D print it, we have to process it, we have to make the mold, and then we can finally pour into that mold and make the final product. This is how I go from start to finish on a product I make. Okay, so we have Fusion 360 pulled up. We're gonna start making the taper I want to do. So we're gonna create a different layer, 60 millimeters up. So we're gonna come here, polygon, circumscribe. I know roughly what size I want to use. I want this 7.5. This is gonna be our base. Now we're gonna come here. I want to circle at this level. I want it 35. And then I love this function, solid. We're gonna do a loft. We're gonna choose that to that. It comes up with this guy. Now, in order to change that, I need to come over here to connect it. We're gonna change this direction. I'm gonna want it a little bit different. We're gonna do another circle. This is for our 3/4 inch taper. And that roughly translates to about 22.5 millimeter opening. I use the millimeters because our 3D print software also uses the millimeters. 21 deep. Just do -21, that is. Take it down. Okay, so this will hold our tapers. All right, now that we sent the G code over to Octoprint, let me change the filament, set up the bed, set up the camera for the time lapse, and then we'll send it over and we'll start printing. All right, day number 2 of making our hexagon taper. Printed actually 2 different sizes. The first one, this bad boy. This is gonna be our shorty, about 60 millimeters tall. I like this one. I printed it in black, however, and I noticed that on the time lapse, you couldn't see it at all, just because I have a black mat that I'm printing on. The background was black, it just got lost. It's matte black. This actually printed not too bad. It had good adhesion. And then the newest one, I haven't even took it off the mat yet. And this is gonna be our taller one. It looks like I had some adhesion problems on that corner. And I don't wanna spend the time, the money, the filament to reprint it. So that's where the Bondo comes in. The Bondo is gonna come in and I'm basically gonna reshape this thing, sand it over and over again until it looks as good as this one. So before I start sanding all this and getting all this looking pretty, I need to make a shell, 2 shells actually, one for each, small shell and a big shell. The shell is basically just gonna be a little bit bigger than this. It's really thin and it just goes around all the curves and everything, and it is designed to where I don't have to use as much silicone. While those are printing, then I'll start processing those 2 pieces and getting those ready to be molded. All right, just set up the camera. 3D printer is running for the shell. I'm printing 2 sides of the shell just to fully enclose it in. And when we pour, I'll show you why I made 2 sides compared to just making this huge one. And it finished printing. Took about 10 hours to print. And this guy comes apart in 2 pieces. You're probably wondering, why in the world you need 2 pieces? After you pour the silicone in here, if it's not in 2 pieces and you can't separate it out like this, it is impossible to push that silicone just because of all the edges, the grooves. Instead of pushing the silicone down, you actually just pop this out, silicone drops. And using some clamps, these clamps will keep this tight This will be hot glued. I know hot glue really technical, but mold making is a really dirty process. But this will actually sit right in there. I'll have just a tiny amount of silicone surrounding the whole thing. And I do this just because I don't want to waste a lot of silicone, like I said before. Alright, kind of an ugly Bondo job, but Bondo's never really fun to work with anyways. Gotta wait for these to dry. Luckily, it dries pretty quick. It is cold out in the garage. Will take a little bit. So as soon as these dry, we'll sand them, see what they look like, and then probably do another coat of Bondo. So now it's a waiting game. So we'll probably do something else around here. There's always something to be done. So I'll go figure something out. All right. This is day 3 or 4, maybe? I can't remember. But the Bondo has dried on our big one. I had a big old fat glob of Bondo that needed to dry just to fix that corner. Ready to start sanding these now. So let's get it. Ugh. Gross. Alright. Just got done doing the processing of these 2 pieces. This is our smaller one. Ugh. Gross. Alright. Just got done doing the processing of these 2 pieces. This is our smaller one. I got rid of all the layer lines. The Bondo allows the surface to just be buttery smooth. It's gonna look so good coming out of the mold. And then this guy is gonna take one more pass. I did not quite finish up this corner. Also, I'm blind and I forgot to put Bondo on that corner. Day 3 or 4. I've lost track of which day it is doing this. I got something in the mail that I needed for the next step. Most important part. Mold. Silicone mold. I gotta get it open. So ooh, they make glow-in-the-dark silicone mold. Part A and Part B. Right? Yes. Okay. Part A and Part B. Not the cutest thing in the world.
molds are currently setting up. It takes about 4 to 6 hours for that mold to cure. After that, I can pop them out of their shell. All right, we are on the final day of this piece. It's set up overnight. The mold is done. I just have to break it out of here. As soon as it's all broken out of here, we can pour into this thing. I think it's dry. I'm not patient. It's been about 2 hours. I usually wait about 4 hours when it's this temperature out in the garage, but I can't wait. Oh, I already broke it. No way. It's broken. It broke. Ah! Alright, so I'm working on my patience. Gonna re-pour this thing. Go for round 2. Add how smooth this part is. Yeah. Alright. I think it's done this time. Been about 3 hours, not the full 4 hours, but I mixed it a little bit thicker. And it's warm, which usually means it's pretty much done. So, let's get this bad boy going. Boom. It's perfect. All right, the short one is now cured. So we're gonna demold this thing and this project will be done. I like it. Let me go grab the other one. We'll get this guy sanded and we'll do some product shots with them and they'll be set to go. There we have it. Both of them done. We have our small hexagon taper and our large hexagon taper. This one's about 6 inches tall. This one's about 3 inches tall. Alexa wants me to make a bigger one than this, about 9 to 10 inches. Let me know if you guys think I should make a taller one. Yeah, I'm happy with the result. I'm excited to get these up on the website. But that is all for this one. I'm gonna start working on the next project. I have a huge list of things I wanna make. So this one's done, checking that off the list. Yeah, so let me know if you guys have anything you want me to make. I'll see what I can do about making it. But that's it for this one. Thanks, guys.